What's going on? Antasia Shabria Armour here. Welcome to Where Our Travelers Simply Glow. And so, as we get into some things, I wanted to focus on where we go from floor to flourishing and how we get to those points as young ladies, women, and men look to improve their lives. What is this journey looking like for women and men who've been there and done that, or who have done those things successfully? So, Open Doors Academy and the impact of mentorship. So, OMG, this is one of the best jobs that I've held. I it was so sad. Don't be like me. I'm so late in the retirement game, but for real, for real. People supposed to started at what, 25? I'm 35. Actually, so I haven't started from scratch. Like, if people assume that, I have nothing saved, so I'm starting at 35. No, not true. I have some savings actually. I'm already at 35 in the IRA account myself that started from Flourish, which I had probably around like in 2018. And then I have a feeling that like retirement is something that is extremely difficult in my family. I've seen most of the older generation retire pretty well, but myself, I'm always like really quick to have the things that I'm looking for, so it's a little harder, so I'll get retirement and then I'm like, okay, I needed to cover these bills. So, I always feel as though it's a point to early retirement. I'll just say that. Because I wanted to check on my daughter. I thought she was sleeping. We just took a nice little nap together. I wanted to make sure she was okay. Okay, so empathy, leadership, and fostering growth. Oh, for sure, because I'm constantly working with individuals who are evolving and growing. I'm constantly working with kids and children who come from particular backgrounds. And when you think about the backgrounds, they're similar to ourselves sometimes, especially being an African American young lady or man, what I'm talking about. You know the struggle. You know the divorce rates are highest amongst our community. You know that the father in the home is a rarity. You know for a fact that, and let's stop there because I just went to a doctor's visit and I totally just complained about this because the young lady was just so adamant about just not letting the fact go that our Brain Spaces owner's father, Ronnie Armour, is not at home. We're a divorced family, and she's white, of course, mind you. So be very conscious of the things that are people's perception, especially when they're of a different race than your own, because that way they feel as though they get a right to say something. But at the same token, your journey is not the same as the one that a person of color has taken. So you really don't get a right to speak on something if you don't even know nothing about the struggle to keep your man from thousands of different vultures, birds, and whatever else have you. You a bird, I'm gonna leave you where you stand. Oh, I'm a chicken head. I'm just saying, oh. Okay. Now, when you see and utilize your vocal cords, please don't get it twisted that I can do the same for your sake. So, when you put yourself in that predicament of showing empathy to people who are of a different race and background than you are, you put yourself ahead of the competition because now you're creating and fostering an environment that's fueled towards growth that helps put you on to game. When you do that, you become an Aaliyah. You become a Beyonce, a Robin, Rihanna, Fenty. You become a Selena. Okay, you become a woman or man of power because your beauty demands that type of respect. Okay? So when you really want to see somebody win and be put on, you understand the struggle. But it ain't for everybody. If we know this, and we're getting better at understanding this every day. So that's one of the lessons that I've always learned. Whenever I did see someone there, they were always really kind to our Brand Spaces owner's dad. They always understood that there was something really special about our uniqueness, about our bond together. I've always admired my father. At the end of the day, our Brand Spaces owner's dad has been a person that has been pivotal in the things that I think about with Napoleon Hill and just an overall relationship that I have cherished. And for anybody else to say anything different goes against, in my own opinion, like an affront to God. And I don't know, there's something about that that I am sternly willing to stand against, and I will do just that. You will not say anything derogatory about something that we risk our lives to build every day. If it's something that's not derogatory, or you're not speaking from an authentic, sincere, honest place about anything, and you have somebody watching you, and who watches you better than kids? Nobody, sweetheart. Kids win it every time. And that's God's will being done. So be very careful out here. And mindful, the ladies who lead their kids along for 5, 6, 7. I have a struggle leaving kids that I love along with our Brand Spaces owners' mom. Strangers, if I have an issue with my mama, she's as close as she is. Can you imagine a stranger? But some of you all ladies have completely just allowed yourself to go numb. So you just walk out and it's just been in the presence of a person that's been ziggity boo for years without no care or hesitation, nothing like that whatsoever in the world. And then your baby is missing. No one can find her. You filling out reports at the freaking police station, and it's full of crazies. Look, you gotta have empathy. You really need to learn empathy, leadership, and fostering growth for yourself, for your community, for sure, for those who inhibit it, and for especially your offspring and your children. Because, I've had a situation where cousins give birth, their babies themselves, babies birth babies, okay? Or babies birthing babies that are now birthing more babies that have barely even survived. They're barely even surviving, no education, you young as ever, but you babied out. You know what I mean? Like, where's the empathy? How is that something that's worthy of an assumption and some kind of educated guess that gets everything else but educated? Like, I mean, seriously, like, it's appalling how we allow the things that we hide behind our degrees, and once you scaffold them to bits to figure out what's really going on and taking place, oh, how you can see an apple for what it truly is, an apple. It ain't no orange about it. It ain't no stem that produced a watermelon seed. Like, bro, it's a straight up apple. Ain't enough lion in the world gonna make you think it's a dang gone watermelon. What is wrong? Why even attempt that? That's the waste of your time and energy that's supposed to have gone to healing other people. But did it? That's a personal question. We're going to end it here. Hopefully you all have liked and subscribed. If not, if you liked the video, I encourage you all to leave one of these a thumbs up. If you also stay into the end and you enjoyed it, leave the heart emoji. Doesn't matter which color, whatever it is. I'm sure it really, 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 really is something that has stood out. If it was, please make sure you share that with us. If when you and I'm gonna leave us with our final thought. When you really guide people into who they truly are, you experience a type of alleviating of pain like Nan Tylenol is able to give. It's an inspiring potential to realize that you're able to conduct a person to a healing nature that ultimately benefits them for multiple generations to come. And and leading with compassion in your personal brand and presence was something that no one can repay you. Now, if you are returning, hey, what's up? I'm happy that y'all are. I was just getting ready to say. So this was seriously one of my favorite jobs of all. I hope I can retire appropriately. I hope my other girlies can. My other gentlemen are good. And we spend more time in helping one another and less trying to talk about one another as we grow and mature in these final years. I know my millennials, we're getting ready to kind of sort of say goodbye to our parents, and they're getting older, so we have to transverse that. Now it's our turn, and I hope that we've been living right, because when the time comes, ain't no shrinking and backing down. You know what I mean? So that's what I put out there. And for my newbies that are just here, again, welcome. I hope that you stayed to the very end of the video and that you did enjoy some of the mindset and thinking patterns behind some of these experiences, from floor to flourishing, how I go from the retail wrong to actually running a business, creating a YouTube channel, and really showing up for my people so that you all can really go and apply some of these methods and really take some notes and figure out what really is going on around you. That's really all that I want for you all. And I hope that this has accomplished that particular purpose. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I will talk to you all again soon. Hopefully your confidence is radiant and you have been totally inner glow ready.